I guess today we are starting off with cleaning. So I've started to try this thing where I clean for 15 minutes a day. That's the progress we made in 15 minutes today. It's not perfect, but I'm considering that a win. Now, in light of my complete and utter failure of discipline, today's vlog is dedicated in its entirety to discipline, or more importantly, the illusion of discipline. Okay, if you guys have ever picked up like a self-help book, the process for like doing something productive with your life kind of goes like this. Step one is like usually choose some sort of goal and make sure that goal is personally meaningful to you and is something you want to achieve. The next step is to figure out what it will take for you to achieve said goal. And then the most important and the most difficult part is consistently doing that action every single day. Now, the key word in here being consistent. Now, consistent effort is really difficult. And a lot of people perceive this idea of consistent effort as some sort of function of willpower. Because it's very difficult for some person to believe that someone would do something consistent day in, day out and feel like it all the time. Therefore, there is this notion that goals and achievement and productivity is reliant on this idea of consistency, which is fueled by self-discipline, which is fueled by this idea of willpower. You do things that you have to do whether you want to do them or not, and that ultimately is the foundation of a successful person. I don't know how much I want to rebut this advice, but if there was one thing I were to rebut, it's the notion of willpower and consistency. You see, the problem is that when you use willpower to make yourself consistent, kind of very reliably, willpower starts to fail, and all of a sudden, you just don't have any left, and your consistency goes out the window. So, that's a problem. I'm using these bootleg AirPods right now. I found them at like an airport somewhere. They were $30. They feel really cheap, but they sound pretty good. So, that's what we're using now. A point of professional pride for me is that everyone is doing net tricks. I probably could get away with not being able to do neck tricks for about a year and a half. But the fact that Xavier is basically like, he makes that in his entire personality, Alan can do them as well. I'm not gonna be the only person on Offset Yo that can't do neck tricks, so baby steps. That's not my combination, that's Alan's. Just setting the record straight, but I did hit it. What, Connor? Got that. All right, so currently my neck trick repertoire consists of 3 tricks. First one is this thing, like Evan taught me back in like 2015 or something like that. It doesn't really score anymore. Now have that, which is, you know, work in progress, could get a little smoother. Feeling particularly risky, we have this. If I ever hit that, just know I stole that from Alan. And you know what? I'm not gonna count next stall. Can't hit it consistently enough, but that's it. All right, as the sun goes down and the mosquitoes come out, it's time to accept defeat. I'm just inherently bad at neck tricks. Alright, so there are 3 possible things I could do. I could A, practice yo-yoing more because my competitive yo-yoing is really bad right now and I need to work on that. I could B, edit the video that I'm supposed to be editing right now that isn't going up on time because I just haven't put in the raw amount of hours to editing the video, or I could C, go to the gym. I'm feeling fat right now and that's not good really at all. Either way, with all three possibilities, I'm going to be drinking this at 8 p.m. in the evening because, well, why not? Now, perhaps I'm projecting my lack of self-discipline onto you guys, but I don't know. In my experience, I've never been able to make lasting, consistent change in my life with sheer discipline and willpower alone. The only way I've ever truly succeeded is if I make the favorable action fun. You know, if there was one time in my life where I would seem disciplined, it was that like 30-day vlogging challenge where I vlogged every single day for 30 days and did not miss a single video. Gosh, that was some hardcore discipline. But you know, looking back at the time, when I was in it, it was still new to me. It was still exciting to me. On some weird masochistic level, being sleep deprived and editing and working like, I don't know, 18 hours a day and sleeping 3, there was a sick pleasure to that inherently I found fun, and that was why I was able to do it. On some level, it was actually fun for me. And so right now, I'm kind of on my lookout for my next avenue of like growth and what the next level is for me. And I think this whole vlog is a reminder to mainly myself that like the key to getting to the next level isn't so much about forcing myself to do unpleasant things in the name of getting ahead, but rather it's something that I'm deeply passionate about, that the process for me, even though it's time consuming and tiresome, is ultimately fun. Oh, just one more thing. There's a lot of fun yo-yo tricks out there. Neck tricks, not one of them.